talk about friendships. Hello everyone, I'm back with our final video. Did you enjoy watching the video from the peer mentors last time? I thought it was great. It was a bit like getting on a big wheel and getting some perspective of what's going on. And I want to talk today about friendships and a little bit about making choices. So it might be a slightly longer video. So let's kick off with a game. 2 truths, 1 lie about me and my friends at secondary school. Okay, so my first fact about me and my friends at secondary school is this. When I was at secondary school, me and my friends all had necklaces with our names on them. Everyone in my friendship group had that. Fact number 2, my friendship group and I went on a TV show because one of our friends has a dad who was a TV producer. Fact number 3, one of my favourite memories of being with my friendship group is that we all went on German exchange together and it was so fun. Which one of those do you think is a lie? Number 1, we all had necklaces with our names on it. Number 2, we all were part of a TV programme. Or number 3, we all went on the German exchange together. Which one do you think it is? I'll give you a moment. Let's see who's correct. Which one did you think was the lie? Well, number 1, yes, me and my friends, we all had these necklaces with our names on it. I think it was around year 8, maybe year 9 even. We all wore them, and sometimes, to confuse teachers, we would swap them, but only sometimes. That was part of our friendship group. It was a really fun thing, although looking back, maybe it could have been something that made people feel left out sometimes from our friendship group. Okay, number 2, we were in a TV programme. The TV programme was called No Sweat. It was about a band, a real band, who made a TV programme, and we were in the audience of their show, and my friend's dad is and was a TV producer. So number 3, you'll have guessed it now. That one's not true. I went on a German exchange and I think there was only 2 of my friendship group on that German exchange, and they weren't even my closest friends in my friendship group. But what it meant was trying this new thing, going with these new people. I actually ended up making other friends on the German exchange because we kind of had a collective, let's get through this together and let's support each other while we're out here. And it reminds me of this phrase of friendship is for a season, a reason and a lifetime, but all are beneficial. You see, some of those people that I was friends with on the German exchange, they weren't people that I then did life with. They were just friends for that reason. We were going away on this course, and some of my school friends, once I went to uni, that was it. And it's not that we had a big fallout like on reality TV. We didn't have big arguments in the street or on social media. We just drifted apart, and that's okay, and we still look out for each other, but I wouldn't say we're close anymore. We were friends for a season, that season of secondary school. And then I've got friends like my best friend at secondary school who I still see now and who I'm godmum to her son for. Friendships are for a season, a reason and a lifetime, and all of them are beneficial. I wonder what you're thinking about friends. Like, are you going to school with all of your friends from primary school? If you are, make sure you also expand that group. Look out for other people. There might be some people who are going actually on their own. Maybe you're going on your own and you're a little bit worried. And if you're in a big group, make sure you look out for those who are on their own. Talk to them. And if you are on your own, let's think of some solutions, some ways in which you can make friends. Here's 5 top tips that I got from some of my mentors. Number 1, really simple, but just smile at people. Now, not a crazy, because that's just scary. Give people a smile. The second one is just as simple, although maybe a little bit harder, and that is just to say hello to people. One of my young people, she said, my best friend was this girl that I sat next to in science, and I didn't know her. She wasn't from my school. She was quite quiet. I wasn't sure whether she even liked me at first, but I just said hello, and she said hello back, and then sometimes we'd have to work on things together, and as we did, we realised that we were into the same sort of things, and we started hanging out more, and she's now part of my friendship group, but she's definitely my best friend. But I wouldn't have found her if I'd have not said hello. Okay, number 3, join some clubs. So yeah, a lot of my friends actually were from different schools, and we met because we were part of a youth club, we met because we were part of drama club, and we met because we were part of choir. Other people in my school made friends through sports teams or through tech. You can make friends in lots of different ways, but clubs are a great way because you're meeting with people who are into the same kind of thing as you. Now, that doesn't mean that all your friends have to be carbon copies of you. That would be weird and slightly scary. Okay, number 4, as I've said, be inclusive. Join other people in. Don't just stick with the group you know. Talk to other people. And number 5, you can always make friends outside of school as well. Maybe you join guides or sea cadets or a sports team or drama. Maybe you find your friends, your really close friends outside of school, and actually the people in school are just the people you do school with, and that is absolutely fine. So there's 5 ways that you can make friends, but don't forget to stay in touch with the friends from this school who are not coming with you. Now, as I said, me and my friends, we loved doing things together. It was really fun, but sometimes we did everything the same. There was one time where everyone was saying that they were into this band called Take That, and I really wasn't. I liked a band called E17, but I didn't want to tell my friends because I didn't want to be excluded from my friendship group, and so I lied, and I made the choice to tell them that I was into Take That when I really wasn't. We can sometimes feel like we have to be carbon copies to fit in, but we don't. And so what I want you to do is I want you to think about a mirror, and I want you to think about how you see yourself. Now, when you go into a fairground, there's sometimes these things called magic mirrors, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But for now, what I'd love you to do is just draw a mirror onto your piece of paper, or you can use the worksheets provided. And I would like you to think about who you are. Who are you? Maybe you want to think about the things that you like. Maybe you want to think about the things that you enjoy doing. Maybe you want to think about characteristics. You know, I'm friendly, I'm creative. Maybe you want to think about your role. Maybe you're a sister or a friend or a brother or an uncle. Maybe you want to think about your dreams, things, not the ones that you have at night, but things that you would love to do, like countries you'd love to visit or experiences you'd like to have, like swimming with sharks. I wonder what you've got. Maybe share with the person next to you 2 or 3 things that you have written down about yourself. You know, I probably have put some positive words, but I think sometimes when I was younger, I would have thought about some negative words as well, and some things that maybe I didn't like about myself, or I wanted to hide about myself. I didn't want to show off those parts of myself. But there were other parts of myself that I loved. Sometimes it was like looking in a magic mirror. Like I thought I could see myself, but it was a little bit blurred and a little bit odd looking. I kind of wasn't completely sure of who I was. And you know what? You might go through that too. It might be a bit like a roller coaster. Like you have times where you're like, yes, I know who I am, and then no, I don't. And then yes, I am, no, I don't. And that's okay. Because actually that is part of what should be happening as you grow through your teenage years. You're trying to work out who you are and what you're into. And when we do that, we start making choices. And what I want to say is, you don't have to make the same choice as everyone else. I didn't have to Take That for my friends to like me. They wouldn't have been my friends if they had decided that because I liked a different band, I wasn't part of their friendship group. That's not what friendship is. And it wasn't just bands. There were other things that sometimes I would include myself in because I was too scared to say no. And now I know that really my friends wouldn't have ever cared if I'd done the same thing as them. They just wanted me. Hi everyone, it's Editing Lou. So I apparently didn't finish that sentence, which was that my friends just wanted me for me, and it was actually my confidence in who I was that was holding me back. And so it's a bit like a strength test. We'll drop that back in here. You know, when you hit those things and it goes how high it is, we need to celebrate our strengths. Or maybe it's a bit like a tunnel of love. We need to celebrate the things that we love about yourself. So I want you to write down on your sheet a couple of the things off of your mirror that are your strengths or that are your things that you love. So I'm going to give you a few moments to get that done. I want to ask you a quick question. If I plant a daffodil bulb, what is going to grow? I know, super hard. A daffodil will grow because what we plant is what grows, and choices are like seeds. What we plant is what will then grow. And you have the chance when you come into year 7 to start to make good choices. And it might be choices in who your friendships are with. It might be choices in how you behave. It might be choices in who you choose to reach out to. It might be choices in what you do after school and where you put your time. But we have the ability, we have a blank page to start making good choices. So we need to talk to people about the choices that we're making. Trusted people, peer mentors, or our teachers, or our parents, or a youth worker. Talk to them about the things that are going on in school. You could even go onto Kooth, which is free and it's safe and it's anonymous if you don't want to talk to someone that you know. So we've looked at changes and we've looked at the fact that we can prepare for changes and that changes grow us. And we've looked at challenges and we've said, I can overcome challenges. And the way that we do that is through teamwork and it's through reaching out for help. And the last thing is that we can make good choices because we are unique. We have our own strengths. We have our own voice. And so we can make good choices. And it's like those seeds. We are planting seeds for what we want to become. So the last place we're going to visit is a bit of those target games. You know, the games where you have to throw a basketball into a hoop or hit a duck off of the line of ducks that's going along, or pick up a fish from the pond. I mean, not a real one, the ones with hooks in them. What is going to be something that you are going to work towards? The person that you want to be. I know it seems really far off, but the person you want to be when you finish school, or maybe if you want to make it smaller, the person you want to be and the things that you would like to achieve, not just academic, but the things that you would like to achieve before you finish year 7. And I would just want you to come up with up to 3. So you can just have one. But if you want to write 3 things, 3 targets that you want to hit, and then who are the people who are going to help you? And if you want it to be us, we would be really excited to help you out. And you can get in touch with us these ways. I look forward to seeing you in secondary school. Embrace the roller coaster. Even though there might sometimes be some dips, there's going to be some great times. I hope this has provided a little bit of a map to the fairground for you, and I hope that you enjoy secondary school.